Alright, hey YouTube, I am back with another video. It's going to be really quick. I'll put the news article in so you can see it. There's also a video, an interview that the wife had with Philip Scott from, if you have watched his channel, it's the It5 show. But now it is called African Diaspora channel. His wife did an interview, so you can get a full exclusive interview, because listening to the articles, the news stories alone is not enough. But I will post an article on here, and this is in regards to Cedric Mitchell, Twin Falls, Idaho. He is a black man that's married to a white woman. And why am I saying this? Why is their race relevant? Well, he is right now being charged with first-degree murder for a car accident. Yes, car accident. And he's been charged with first-degree murder because they said that, according to like a black box, where it showed that he still had his foot on the gas with no attempt of braking. Many reasons could be for that, but there was no eyewitnesses. It's just based off of that one fact alone. It's first-degree murder and not vehicle manslaughter, and is felony aggravated battery for all the people who were hurt as a result of the car accident, those who did not die. Now, the reason why his race is relevant, one is because black people represent 1% in that area in Idaho. Also, when they were married, they received many negative connotations. Derogatory terms in regards to their relationship. Also, when he was charged with first-degree murder, they said they want to do capital punishment. So basically, they wanted to put him to death. And many people make comments saying, yes, he needs to be lynched. Lynched, high noon. These are comments. So if there's no racial component to it, I don't know what to say, because there's, in that same county, other people have been charged with vehicle manslaughter, whether it be as a result of drugs, under the influence of drugs or alcohol, or for whatever reason it is, them not paying attention, texting. And I think they mentioned 3 incidents where there was vehicle manslaughter and people either got off, or they served a very short time in jail, or they were not charged at all as a result of someone's death. And here he is being charged with first-degree murder. First, that is willful, premeditated, lying in the wait. There's no evidence of that whatsoever, except the fact that he did not hit the brakes. But he didn't know the people he hit. He was on the way to practice, so this was no suicide attempt. But the judge said hold him without bond because he is a detriment to society. You know, we live in a society where people can kill someone in Charlottesville and they just get life in prison, and no one's angry enough to talking about lynching them high noon. We live in a society where Dylan Roof can get a burger from Burger King before going into custody. We live in a society where the El Paso shooting, the guy can get picked up as if, you know, by the police officer, as if they're just being picked up for a minor charge. We are living in a society where the police can take a man who just cut someone's throat at the BART train station in California, and they ask for his ID and take him in. Like, we live in a society where no one is scared of a mass murderer, someone who is, there's eyewitnesses he's a killer, but we can throw someone in jail for this. You know, we live in a society where you can kiss a girl, a white girl, and you're thrown in jail for 12 years. And it's facts that there's obviously no rape here. We live in a society where it's okay to throw people in cages, but not dogs. We live in a society where it's okay to tell, you know, police, it's okay to do police brutality by the president, and it's okay to have a president that give the okay to shoot someone if you see an immigrant going over the wall. It is okay. It is okay because they are okay with this. And who is they? They are the powers that be, the white supremacists. And it's not even, I don't even want to call them supremacists, because they are idiotic in every other, in so many words. They are the lowest of the IQ, and they're so low in IQ because you create more turmoil, you create more chaos, and all for what? That's making you work harder. And, you know, Lyndon B. Johnson said, you know, it's, you know, okay to, you know, give the poor white man, or allow him to find someone to hate. So, you know, the poor white man or the worst white man can feel like he's better than the best black man, and he'll be picking your pockets while you're doing all that. So he allows people to hate people. He allows the system to do all this stuff while he's getting his money. And so those are the low IQ people. They think that they're doing something, but really they're being fooled too. And then you have the people who are in positions to make changes, but they're working harder because they're having to deal with angry crowds and people who are angry and upset when they could just live a stress-free life. But no, they like the stress. They like feeling like they are on top. And it's time that we wake up and we do something about it, because prior to this situation, the car accident, they thought that in the midst of all of this derogatory language and the people not liking black people, they thought it was okay to live in an area that people didn't look like them. People didn't like them. At some point, we have to take the time to look after our kids, our wives. Like, we have to get to the point where we say, no, money is not that important that I will put my family in jeopardy. Because if that didn't happen, he could have been shot. He could have been killed. And we have to get to the point where we live in an area that we know that we're going to at least be represented in some way. Now, we're still not represented as a whole, but at least we can be around people where our kids can see people that look like us and understand our plight. Because no matter what anyone says, no one can understand the plight unless they've been in the situation at some point. And unless you've had black skin, brown skin, been an immigrant, being part of the LGBTQ, a woman, any of those things, you do not understand what it's like. You don't. Because the society is not built to cater to LGBTQ and blacks and browns. Immigrants is not. Immigrants is all immigrants who, whether they be Asian, whether they be anyone, basically anyone who does not fit into the mold of the American society, basically. And you've got a crash course of what it's like to be in America. And until we get off of this blue pill and take the red pill, we're always going to live in this world where we think everything is okay and society is great. And it's just the few, because, you know, I don't want my kids to go through some of the things I had to go through. And maybe you've gone through them. Maybe you've went to school with people who didn't want to play with you because you were black, and you went to places where people didn't want to deal with people who looked like you. I don't know, but all I know is we live in a society where this is okay and it's not okay. And if people say, oh, well, everyone knows it's not okay. No, they didn't, because most people voted for a man who thinks it's okay. We voted for a Richard Spencer type, except he's less intelligent. So, comment, subscribe, hit the like button. Also, if you want to look at the video or it's not a video, but if you want to listen to the interview, you can go to Anchor and listen to the Philip Scott audio experience, and you can hear about the full scope of what happened in regards to her husband being charged with first-degree murder, how everything happened. All right, I will, you can just download Anchor and then type in Philip Scott audio experience, but I will put the link to the article in which I got this story from. Comment, subscribe, hit the like button.